So today we're checking out Pine Ridge or Pine Ridge Estates. It's an amazing community in Naples, kind of a hidden gem, non-gated, but just amazing homes. We're also going to check out Mercado and we're going to look at Waterside Shops. So jump in. Of course, this is the Live Joy Southwest Florida channel where we talk about all things real estate. My number's below if you want to talk to me live. If you have any questions or comments, please be sure to drop them in the comments below. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Pine Ridge, and sometimes you'll hear the neighborhood referred to as Pine Ridge Estates. So I just showed you a brief map. I'm going to let this video play a little bit, show you some screenshots of some of the listings that are currently on the market. But just want to give you an idea of this hidden gem in Naples, centrally located. I'm going to show you a little bit about Mercado and then also Waterside Shops, just because it's really close to that. Tons of restaurants nearby. Just off of 41, really centrally located in Naples. So Pine Ridge is an older community, although what you're going to find in here, there are a lot of lots that are still for sale, and then many homes are being redone. So this is an example of one of the current listings that's available now. As you drive through the neighborhood, what you're going to see is most of the lots are anywhere from 1 to 3 acres, and in some cases you'll find them a little bit bigger, in other cases a little bit smaller. Here's an example of another picture from one of the listings currently. You're going to see really mature landscaping. This is not a gated community, but again, it is in Naples, and everything here is pretty safe. Of course, most people will have gates around their own property and then security systems as well. But you can get a sense of just the scale of some of these houses. They range on average anywhere from, on the smaller end, probably realistically 35 to 400 or 4,000 square feet, and they average in that 4 to 6,000 square feet. But you can find just about anything in this community. So currently there is a home that has a casita or a guest house on it for sale that runs about 4.5, and then you've got a handful of listings in the 4 to 8 million range, and then you actually have a couple in the $15 million range. So gives you a sense, the square footage on those houses, again, probably from 4,500 square feet to as much as 13,500 square feet. So you can just get a sense. Some of the houses on here or in here can be pretty significant, definitely a estate-style home. So I showed you on the map, it was pretty brief, but this sits just to the east of Pelican Bay. It's just south and east of Naples Park, if you're familiar with that area. And then this is basically just north of Park Shore, just a little bit east and north of Park Shore. So again, really great location within Naples, close to everything. So these are the Waterside Shops. It's real close to Pine Ridge. There's a lot of great shopping in here. One of the neat things about the setup of this outdoor mall, lots of restaurants around the perimeter of the mall itself. There's a Tesla store there as well, which of course I love. But then you'll see there's a lot of shopping here. There's a Tiffany, there's a Louis Vuitton, there's Rolex, there's high-end jewelers, there's all kinds of stuff here. So basically between Waterside, Mercado, which you're going to see a little bit later, and the Coastland Mall, there's just about everything that you could want in terms of shopping close by. So I might have felt a little bit rushed as I ran through the first part of the video, just trying to give you a little bit of the stats about the neighborhood itself. You did just get a glimpse of the Waterside Shops. I'm going to run you through Mercado here in a little bit as well. But really what I wanted to show now is just kind of let some video just play so you can get a sense of what the neighborhood looks like. I'm just kind of doing kind of a perimeter lap here around the outer edge of the neighborhood. And again, you can see a lot of these houses are really pretty striking, very grand. It's rare to have this kind of land, especially in really, I don't want to say downtown Naples, but in Naples, close to downtown. So if this is the kind of house you're looking for, there's never more than a handful on the market at any given time. And again, the location is pretty spectacular, just being close to tons of dining, tons of shopping. You're just a quick run to downtown 5th Avenue, 3rd Avenue, Naples, the Naples Pier. So really anything that you're looking for in Naples is available to you in this area here. So you can see on the right-hand side, there's actually no houses. This actually backs up along Vanderbilt Beach Road, and you're bordered by Goodlette Frank on the east side, and then 41. Actually, there's a bunch of shops and whatnot to the west side before you get to 41. But you can see here, the houses again. This one's actually for sale. But you can see there's a variety of style in here. So you've got everything from Mediterranean, which is pretty common, to a lot of coastal, which you'll see a fair amount of. You'll see a handful of the old Florida style, which is more of the metal roof, front porch. I think there was even one almost more of a Victorian style, which I saw earlier in the video when I was previewing. So really just about any type of home that you could want, you can find here in Pine Ridge and Pine Ridge Estates. It is a little more of a discerning neighborhood in the sense of just having the available land. A lot of the houses that come up for sale, when we look through the listing photos, you'll see oftentimes they'll have a private tennis court. In some cases, they have really formal gardens. So here's more of a coastal contemporary on the left. But again, because you have this size of lot, which is really unusual, you just have a lot of opportunity to really create something pretty special here. So hopefully you're getting a sense for what this community is all about. There's actually 3 or 4 lakes that are back here as well. So you do have riparian rights. Depending on the lake itself, you can actually put docks on them. They're not boating lakes from that sense, but certainly you could, if you want, have a little dock area, a little seating area, and be able to sit out there and enjoy sunsets or whatever. So again, really nice. What we're going to actually do here in just a minute is run through Mercado, which is kind of a mixed commercial and residential space. So you may have heard of it. It's where our closest Whole Foods is. So I'm going to run you through that here. Okay, so this is Mercado. It is a super popular shopping area in Naples. It's just off of Vanderbilt Beach Road, south of Immokalee and 41. And here on the left, you can see is the Silver Spot Cinema. Super fun. You can go in there. You can order food and drinks as part of the cinema. Depending on the time of year, you can actually rent a private cinema and do a viewing of your choice. So if you look here, you can see there's a lot of commercial space on the lower levels, and then especially on the right-hand side, you can actually see that there's a lot of residential. So kind of a popular area, especially if you want to be able to walk to restaurants, shops, grocery. It's pretty much all in here. So there's Italian, there's a pub, Rocco's Tacos, which is one of our favorites, especially if you get the molcajete. Super fun atmosphere in there, but you've got this really great coffee shop here on the left. And then as you drive around, there's a few more restaurants, a few more shops, which we're going to show you. And then this is where the Whole Foods is in this area. So a lot of people certainly looking to shop and to prepare organic. This is where they'll tend to come shop. But you can see, tons of different shops here for you to peruse and to shop. I'm actually going to cut here to the left first before I go to the right. So you're going to see the Chipotle coming up on the corner. And then as you come around, we're not going to get a great shot of it just because there's a truck kind of parked in front of me. But on the right-hand side is a Capital Grille. So if you guys have been at Capital Grille, you know it's a great restaurant. You're not really going to get to see it here, unfortunately. But then as we come around a little bit more on the left, I just kind of cut the section with the truck. This is Hampton Social. It's a super fun atmosphere. Lots of fun things to do here in Mercado as in general. But then, so what we're going to do now is kind of flip back to the other side. So this is how I turn right from that stop sign. You can see here we do have the Whole Foods. So again, this is certainly a pretty popular destination spot here. A lot of people choose to shop here at Whole Foods. So if you were to come in from 41, you can actually see the Whole Foods would be to the left, and then on the right-hand side would be that stretch with the Chipotle, the Capital Grille. Then you'd work your way back towards the Hampton Social. So again, all kinds of shopping in here, great restaurants, and again, it is mixed use. So if you're interested in residential in this kind of environment where you get to walk just about anywhere, certainly reach out to us. We can talk through some of the options, both immediately in Mercado, but then certainly elsewhere in the immediate area as well. So we're going to kind of just make our way back here, and then I'll point out a couple more things. You saw most of them actually as we came the other way, but again, just trying to give you a sense of what this looks like. Cobblestone streets everywhere. You can see this is kind of mid-December when I was filming this, so pretty busy, I would say, in general. We do have a lot of our seasonal residents are starting to return this time of year,
But you can see there was a Tommy Bahama back there that we had just passed, a local soap shop, that Rocco's Tacos that I was telling you about. It's actually going to be up, not here at this stop sign, but basically at the next rotary. And it gets a little busy in there, so there's a couple restaurants right in that section. We actually have to get around this armored truck here, which was backing up traffic a little bit. But you can see Pandora on the left, and again, there's just really just about any shop is between here and Waterside. You have almost everything that you could choose from. Actually, Coastland Mall is just down the road as well, which is another shopping area not too far from Pine Ridge and Pine Ridge Estates. So that's the Rocco Tacos on the left there with the green awning. And again, super great atmosphere if you're looking for somewhere fun. They offer shots every once in a while on the house, and ring the bells and have a great time. And again, there's that silver spot on the right. Great way to catch a movie in high back leather chairs, recliners, and with drinks and food. So part of what I wanted to do and show in this video is not everything in our area is highly amenitized, and that's not what everybody's looking for. So part of the reason I wanted to get into Pine Ridge and just drive around was primarily to just give you a sense of other options in this area. Certainly this isn't a price tag for everybody, but it is pretty unique, and I wanted to make sure that our viewers here had an opportunity to see. It's not always advertised quite as frequently maybe as like a Pelican Bay, and a lot of our either country club or gated communities with the higher amenities. But for people that are looking for a little more land, a little more privacy, this can be a really great option. There are all kinds of estate homes here. In fact, a lot of this community is equestrian friendly. A lot of this area years ago actually was very equestrian friendly. So depending on the lot, the house, etc., you've got some options here. That was kind of cute, little octagon house to the left there. Small house, but on a big lot. So again, there's a ton of options, tons of variety in this area. If there's everything that we can do, make sure you reach out to us at the Guillette Group, and we'll be happy to help you.
So if you like the location, but maybe you want a few more amenities, make sure you check out Riverstone, another amazing community in Naples, highly amenitized and in a great location as well.